My name's Paula Bailey. I work here as the Operations Manager at Age UK Merton. The work that we do here is partly office based, but we also have a thriving community centre that offers a social place for people to come to and lots of clubs and activities. And we run services here that help people in their homes with cleaning, gardening, handy person work, anything that allows a person to stay at home and live independently. We were reorganised last year with a much smaller staff group and reliant on a lot of volunteer support. But volunteer support tends to be maybe for half a day at a time or a few hours at a time, and it felt very difficult to keep consistency through the week. So we looked at cost-effective ways of bringing in extra people. I didn't know much about the apprenticeship scheme, but I imagined it to be quite a lot of paperwork, quite a lot of monitoring and quite hard work to actually have somebody here as a trainee. When we looked into it, it actually seemed much better than that, and we feel rather unburdened by paperwork actually. It's not been a very bureaucratic process at all. We were contacted by Merton Chamber of Commerce and they offered us the support, put us in touch with South Thames College, and once we sat around the table and realised how easy it could be, we were quite excited about the prospect and thought of two ways that it would really help us, for office admin and also for help in the centre. The recruitment process was a little difficult because some young people were struggling, I think, to come to the interviews well prepared and be able to answer the sort of questions that we needed. And obviously we have a small staff group where we can't offer huge amounts of support and supervision all day, every day. So we needed somebody who had enough experience that they could thrive in a supportive atmosphere but without one-to-one supervision all the time. And luckily, eventually we recruited an older apprentice to work in the centre, and that's been brilliant because she brings with her some maturity, even though she hadn't worked in this kind of setting before. The other apprentice is a younger person, and she'd worked in more service orientated places. So she'd worked in a hairdresser's where she did a bit of admin, and an office for a builder where she did a bit of admin, but was really keen to do a business admin and actually has huge career aspirations of running her own events management company at some point in the future. And so actually she's helped reorganise reception to bring a more consistent way that we display information and help the receptionists with some of their computer difficulties. Lots of our receptionists are older volunteers and they've really struggled a bit with the computer system, and she's added huge value there. I think it's opened people's eyes to what having trainees and apprentices in an organisation can bring, and that they can be a steady influence and a steady support. And that's been really brilliant for people to see that happening, because they may have had the same kind of reservations about what an apprentice could bring. I would definitely recommend it, particularly because my reservation was about the bureaucracy, and that hasn't proved to be difficult at all. The college and Merton Chamber of Commerce helped with all of that. And there doesn't seem to be any drawback. I think if you feel that you can offer a training place to somebody and can sit and tell people how to do something on the job, there's no reason why you couldn't have an apprentice.